We just moved into this house, and I think it was like 2011. We've been there like, or no, probably like 2010. We've been there like 2-3 years by this point. And where we lived at, there was a little canal behind our house. It was a new build, and there was no fence, so we could go from the backyard and walk along the canal. And Lucci was probably about 4 years old, and at this time she had no idea how her dad Mike died at all. I had restricted it so bad because I wanted to be able to tell her when she was old enough to understand. And I literally, I told everybody, if y'all say anything about how he died, we're gonna fucking have problems. So everybody knew not to tell Lucci until I was ready, right? Because my family, you know how family is. They just be doing the most. So one day, Lucci and I, out of all the times we've done it, many times, we decided to start walking the canal. And I'm talking to her about anything, because I always talk to my daughter like she was grown. And she's my bestie. So I'm talking to her about life. And as we're walking along, we're kind of close to the edge so she could see if there was any fish or anything. And I remember her pointing down, and she says, Papi. And I was like, what? She said, Papi? In water? I go, what? Yeah, she was like almost 4. So she was like 3-ish. I said, what are you talking about? She said, Papi, in water, bubbles. I felt like I turned white. I felt like all the color left me, and I was just like powder. And I just stopped walking, and I go, what are you talking about? And she said, Papi in water? And I go, what do you mean? What do you mean Papi in water? And I kind of like squatted down, and I looked at her. I was like, what are you talking about? And I said, you mean your dad's in the water? And she says, yes, Papi in water. And I go, who told you that? And she's looking at me like she didn't know what to say. And I go, who told you that? Because I was already getting mad. So I was like, let me calm down, because she could tell that I'm getting upset, and I don't want to upset her. So I walk a little bit more, and I go, okay, tell me, what do you mean? And she's like, Papi's in water, in there, and there's bubbles. Right, Mommy? And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, where are you getting this from? And she's basically saying that her dad told her. I didn't believe her. Me, the weirdo of the family, doesn't believe her own daughter. Because I'm like, there's no way. I know that she has gifts, right? That she could hear people's thoughts, right? And she sees spirit. But at that time, I didn't know that she could really see and feel. I run inside the house pissed with her. She's like, I said, I want you to tell everybody what you told me. She's freaking out. I get inside. I give it I'm going in on my mom and my brother, because we all lived together at the time. And they were like, no, Ginger, no. You could tell that they were like, no, hell no, we didn't do this, please. I said, well, somebody told her, because listen to what she's about to tell you. And I didn't say it in front of anybody. I didn't want her to hear me say that to them. But I said, tell them what you told me. And she said, Papi's in water with bubbles. My mom's eyes got so big. And Giancarlo, my brother, was like, hell, I did not tell her nothing. And I said, she's saying that her dad told her. And they were like, hello? How do you not believe her? I just was like in shock. I still am in shock when I think about the story because she was so little, and so like so cute. And I said, okay, I guess this is gonna be my time to have to tell her, you know. And I said I'll repeat it, you know, later on because she's so little. Like she's almost 4 at this time. And I tell her, you know, yeah, Papi died, you know, in the water and he drowned. And she looked at me and I said, he's not with us. But the bubbles is, you know, what really got me, because obviously when you're drowning, you know, you see the bubbles, right? So it just really shocked me. And she just stared at me and she's just like, it's okay, you know. Mind you, she had seen him many times, because after that, it was just nonstop. She had seen him another time after, where my mom, she said that she would sleep in this little baby bed. And my mom saw her sitting up, looking out the window and talking to her dad. And she asked her, who are you talking to? And she says, Papa. So, yeah. Anyway, I thought, you know, why not share this really cute story of Lucci's little gifts that she could see just as much as I can.